Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Are you good? Are you good? I am good. Good morning, Nigeria. It is Wake Up Nigeria. How are you feeling this morning? A bright and beautiful Tuesday. I love Tuesdays. I don't know about you, but I love Tuesdays. I love the drive. I love the feeling of Tuesdays. It feels like Monday is done. How do you feel when Monday is done and it's just Tuesday? It's just you having a great time, great vibe, great energy. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Edgar Erica. Now, if you're just rolling on bed, if you're just beating Lagos traffic, or you're already, getting ready at your place of work, in front of your desk, you have your laptop, or you're doing something good, just enjoy the day, all right? Enjoy the day. Because right now on this show, we have a lot in store to just kickstart that day for you. All right, we have good news, inspiring guests. We have a surprise guest as well. And we have something happening in the kitchen. Now, for those of you at home wondering, what is the chef making this morning? I don't know, but we'll find out. All right, we'll find out very soon. So just sit down, relax, and let's have a great time together. It is Wake Up Nigeria. It is Tuesday, and I am super excited about Tuesday. I love Tuesdays. I feel like Tuesday is the best day of the week. Some of you say it's Friday, but I think it's Tuesday. Monday is done. All right, so just sit down, relax, and let's have a great time together. Now, we'll be going to the kitchen very soon. I know that we have some great recipes happening right there with great magic. Don't worry, you can catch us live every single time on channel 16 GOTV, UHF 49, or you can stream live wherever you are in the world, tvcentertainment.tv. Now, for our busy bees, you can also download the TVC app on Android or the iOS store, whether you're in traffic, you're anywhere, you're at the gym. Like I would always say, do not, drive and watch at the same time. That's crazy. Do not drive and watch. You can drive and listen. You can pack, all right? If your boss would be angry, you can just pack and, watch the show as well. You can also follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X. I don't like talking about my X, but yes, X, at tvcentertainment_. Now use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC to tell us what you're doing, what you're watching, what is happening. Send us a selfie, do something amazing. Put on a suit, like how I'm dressed right now. Send a picture, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let us know how your Tuesday is going, because it's fresh, it's happening, it's alive. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Now, let's go straight into the highlights of what we have today. Are you ready? I am. Let's go. Now we have the chef. I told you, what is Wake Up Nigeria without a chef on the show? We have Chef Are. She'll be blessing our taste buds this morning with a special Greek coconut fried rice. Fried rice, but not the regular fried rice, coconut fried rice. I like coconut. I like fried rice. Think about it. All right, now our first musical performance for the morning is Chris Bride. Wow, Chris Bride. I love the smile on his face right now. He's going to be performing Oh Daddy, and I cannot wait for that one. Good music. All right, now on parenting, we're going to be discussing something quite interesting. Now, digital parenting in the age of distraction is social media entrepreneur, digital parenting coach, business mentor, and author Yeti Williams will be here again to discuss that interesting topic. It's one we should always talk about. Social media is taking a storm. We need to talk about the kids as well. And then we have Michaela Malaka. Now, she is an amazing, fun-loving artist whose music and lifestyle continues to inspire and encourage all those who come, in contact with her now in her brand, from both children and adults. We cannot wait to discuss and have, a great conversation about her music and her style. Mommy, okay, let me not start singing out. All right. We'll talk about that later. Now, you guys know that we always have great music on the show. Yes, another the second musical performance is Chidi Collins. Now, he is a music director, he's a pastor, and an instructor who influences people through great music, talks about God every single time. We cannot wait to have him here, give us great music with his style and his class. Oh, yes, I know you're already asking. I'm going to talk about relationship. Yes, now a relationship, we'll be talking about, bringing an insightful and great perspective to today's conversation is no other than Isaac Odugbesan. I cannot wait for that one. I know we're talking about diversity, in relationship as well. I cannot wait for that great topic to happen. All right. Now, our final guest, is a Nigerian actor, international storyteller. She is multi-talented. We have Edgar Maria. She's a rising star in a standout role. She's done a couple of great movies, from The Waiting Song to Chatteram to Grind Season 2. You know, we cannot wait to discuss. Let's know what's happening in her life. Tell me about the beauty, everything in the movies, the action, the lights, the camera. Oh, we cannot wait for that one. You see that you have a lot. There's a lot in store for you guys. I told you, from great food, you have great conversations, you have, music, you have, Michaela is here, guys. Like, that's huge. That's huge, guys, that's huge. Okay, you know what, don't worry. You guys will probably hear me give like a freestyle later on the show with her. Probably do something great together. All right, it is time for us to talk about something quite interesting. Now, for those of you interested in real estate, you're interested in owning properties, this is going to be a great conversation. Now, we have Adebayo Paul Timlane. Now, he is the visionary CEO of Luke's Dana Real Estate. Now, driving top residential and commercial projects across Nigeria with a strong background in sales and management. He's also built a billion-naira tech gadget company and champions sustainable growth. We're happy to have you in the studio. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, thank you.
When I say how you doing, I don't like people saying they're fine. I can see that you're fine already. You look like a great young gentleman.
Thank you very much.
Now, I am interested. When I was reading the profile and I saw billion, I said, I would like to know about this one. Now, you've built a billion solution project. Tell me about that.
Billion solution is in the tech world or the real estate? Which one?
You see, when you have money, when you have tech, or let's start with tech. Let's start with tech.
Okay, so basically I started my gadget company in 2019, 2020 per se, while I was still in year 1 days in school. Oh wow! Yeah, and I was able to grow it and expand it.
What did you study while you were doing that?
Estate management.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do real estate.
This is a clear example of someone who studied what they really wanted to do and is using it. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I started growing it from there, then to understanding the market after a few years, and then having my own gadget store. I mean, a very big gadget store in Computer Village in Ikeja, right?
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
So just so we are clear, what are the products that you sell, or what are the kind of gadgets that you sell in the store?
Okay, so we offer all various type of gadgets, Samsung, Apple products most especially. Okay. So we offer used and brand new type of product. All right. So it's a walk-in store, you can just get it.
Oh, lovely. Do you also sell console games and all the rest?
Yeah, all those things. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. And how's that been? How's it been for you since you started? Because I know that if you are in Ikeja, Computer Village, and which is known as the center of technology in Lagos. Okay. It's quite challenging there. So many other people who are also selling there as well. So what makes yours really stand out?
So what we did was that we tried to put our customers first, right? Okay. Even in terms of our office positioning, we segregated ourselves from the crowded market where you get to go in and get harassed. So we went to a different part of that Symbiote Road. That's where we have our office space. Then we did the office in the kind of way that suits the comfort of the customers, right? So you don't get to be harassed when you're coming to our office, and you also get that comfort
that is there.
Yeah, you get that as well. Yeah.
And what about pricing?
Pricing is very, very okay. And one thing about products is that you don't get to return them. They're 100% fully quality assurance tested.
Oh wow! Is that when you say that, are you trying to use some adjectives, or is there actually a guarantee?
Yeah, yes, there's a guarantee for
guarantee
new.
That says, if there's anything wrong with
for used we do up to 2 weeks for a client, and for
lovely.
new it goes up to 6 months, 1 year.
That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, let's move to the other side now. Right. It's I don't know how to explain this. You're a king in the gadget world, and you're also another in the real estate world. How do you combine both?
Okay, so basically, I've always wanted to do real estate, but I know I couldn't just start. So one thing I made sure I did was to fully automate my gadgets business. This is my 6th year running the gadgets business. Okay. So one thing I did was to fully automate it. Every day we are in and out, we're selling, we're doing numbers in our office. So that was when I started pursuing my real estate career.
All right, so sorry, the funds you got from your gadget store, you moved that into real estate, or how did you get funds from real estate?
Yeah, I think that is right. So the funds I got from
no, that's not right. That's not right. You're trying to hold back the story. Don't hold back that story. Tell us.
Yeah, the funds I got from my gadget store, I started using it to chase my real estate.
Not exactly. But I'm sure you also got funds from sources and other funds.
I've not started raising funds. They're just personal funds for my real estate projects.
But how's it been? What are the challenges that you faced so far with this one?
Challenges with real estate, I mean, is a whole lot. I mean, government policies, what you come across online, different stories, different people pushing people to do this, saying people to do this. But then there's a lot of noise basically in the real estate space, especially online. So you need to seek knowledge, you need to follow experts. So you need to know what you're doing so you don't make mistakes. So it's very essential.
If there is one, when you say seek knowledge, I am sure that you have a wealth of knowledge there. But I'm just saying, if there is one thing you feel that people should learn when it comes to real estate that most people do not know, especially those who are seeking to own a property or two, what is that one thing you would advise them to always do? Okay, so one thing I always advise them to do is that, I mean, you need to understand why you're buying the property. You know, some people buy for capital appreciation. They just want their money to be increasing in value. Some people also want cash flow. And some people just want to just invest their money somewhere, maybe in a company. So you need to understand what you really want in real estate. For most of us, like me, I don't want to have to work from 40 years. So I'm trying to do real estate, gather enough real estate so I don't have to work. So I'm looking for long-term capital appreciation, long-term net worth. So you need to understand what you want to do before you go into it. And you need to also understand that real estate doesn't work in all locations. You can't just, you need to be strategic about it. Location is very essential in real estate. So you need to be strategic about where you are buying properties. That is if you are looking for that acquisition or cash flow. If you are just looking to invest blindly, can buy anywhere. But if you are looking to, double your money and all that, you need to be very strategic about it. And that's where experts like us come in. Now, speaking of strategy, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was trying to explain to me that before you get a property, there are certain documents you need to own before you are not going to get scammed or you're entering trouble. Now that I'm speaking to someone who is more experienced here, I want to know, are there certain documents that if I get, I can relax and have this peace of mind that, okay, these documents are enough to say that I own that property? Okay, so in real estate, in property, there are different type of documents you can own. There are different type of title. We have the C of O, who is the highest. You have the deed of assignment. So in real estate transaction, you might not get to own all those documents, but there are some very essential ones. I mean, when you buy a property, you should definitely get a deed of assignment. If you probably maybe paid in installment, you should get a contract of sale. So there are some levels of documents you should at least have in real estate transaction. Then the other ones, you can process them along the line. You can process those ones along the line, but there's some type of document that you need to have in buying, that you need to see and you need to be confirmed with the help of a property lawyer or a normal lawyer before you carry out that real estate transaction. All right, now speaking of savings and investment, there are so many other people on social media who believe that when it comes to investment, real estate is the way to go. I have a couple of friends that once you just mention investment, the first thing they're talking about is real estate. Now, you're experienced in this field. How easy is it to invest in real estate? And is this even the best route for people who want to start investing their money? Okay, so firstly, I'm going to introduce one of our products we have based on that time. So we've noticed that, young people right now, like youth, there's been a mix-up. Like I mentioned, so much noise. Some people are they're pushing the narrative. You need to enjoy now. There's no more time. Like people die. So a player died. Last week. So some people have that kind of narrative that are more let me just spend my money. To you at any time. So on the other hand, you have people saying invest. So some people have in that mix. And honestly, one way or the other, you also need to balance it, right? So we created a product for our clients because we have some series of properties in Ibadan, right? We have an estate there, over 50 acres of land there. So we created a product for them where you can get to invest. You get in real estate, buy that property that will grow with you over the years, and also get to enjoy. So we are giving them an opportunity to tour Ibadan, be in a resort, have that vacation finish for 3 days, and they still get to be allocated their property during the same period. We are trying to solve, we are giving them a win-win situation where we solve that problem for them, whereby because you want to buy real estate doesn't mean that you don't get to enjoy it this year. We are going to give you that 2-in-1. That's nice. So, right, but I believe for every young person, one thing you need to be chasing so much is investing in real estate. Investing in real estate. I feel like the faster you can start to do that, the more comfortable. I was chatting with someone, an older person. So he was asking me a question. He asked me that, when last did I send my parents 1 million? So, you see your kind of friends? These are the kind of friends I want to be having around. When last did you see your parents? I sat down, I was like, nah, it's been long. I was like, I think 500 is the max. Because, you see, it's getting harder. It's getting harder for
young people to make money, like
even
for
billionaires.
People to, yeah,
even
so
billionaires like yourself.
It was like, so you as a person, you want to have enough properties that you can fall back on to where you're older. You don't want to be stressing your kids to take care of you because
True.
it's harder.
True.
So they want to also be fending for themselves for that period. So anything you're doing now, you're doing it for your kids, you're doing it for yourself. You want to make sure you are stacking up. You have enough investment that you can lay back off, even if nobody is there to take care of you. You can take care of yourself.
I have another question here. Why is it that houses in Lagos are so expensive? Now, the reason why I'm asking this is while you were telling this story, I remember the story with a friend of mine who said, you know, that she would rather live her life in Ibadan or in Oyo State or Ondo State and work in Lagos, that she doesn't mind coming all the way from Ibadan to Lagos every day than actually getting a house in Lagos State because of how expensive Lagos is. So why is Lagos really expensive? Why? Why the price is so high? Okay.
Apart from demand, you get like there's a data that shows the number of people that
because
come into Lagos
sometimes you see pictures of where, I think we were talking about this on the show some time ago, where you see pictures of houses in Lekki, small, just very small room, a small cubicle, and then you're hearing millions of naira. Why so basically, firstly, demand and supply dynamic is very essential. Unlike every other state in Nigeria, people want to stay in Lagos. People believe that there's so much opportunity for them in Lagos. People want to come to Lagos, and places like Island, Yaba, some specific places, there's an influx of population in that spot. But don't you think the government should regulate this to make sure that at least it is affordable for people to live in?
What I think the government can do, like they've started doing, is building affordable houses, building more houses, because they can't really regulate demand and supply. You can't regulate. The only thing you can do is provide more supply, provide more housing units. You can't regulate the demand. The demand is there of properties, and that is also one of the products we are trying to sell right now. We have a building project that we are trying to sell in Yaba, that we're working on in Yaba. So the idea of the product is an apartment, right? We are trying to build about 26 units of apartment, at least that will solve problem of housing, because there's an influx of students, business owners in that location, right? Though this project is a short-let tag project, so we also notice that there are people that come in for short time, just want to like stay 2-3 days, DLI student, part-time student that come to that location, so they can use this apartment and stay there for a specific period of time. And also in that place, the quality of houses they are building there is very bad. Like you mentioned, small apartments. Like, they are not giving people that comfort for their money. So that we are trying to solve that problem, starting with that project, Belmont Residence in Yaba.
Awesome. That is really incredible. You talk about two of your products, one for the youth and then one for students as well, which is brilliant. I see that you are also targeting that area specifically, which is awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for sharing your insights and knowledge. I am sure that I will get your number so that me and you can always, you know, if I need to run one shot later or the other, I can just call you.
No problem, no problem.
Don't mind me. But thank you so much for being on the show. I am so grateful. Wow. It is really insightful to hear things like this and to really just grow when it comes to real estate and learn from people who have done it over the years. And to speak with a billionaire is not that easy. You don't get it on a general day. All right, now for our first musical performance, we have a young guy over there, Chris Bright. I'm sure he's bright with ideas, he's bright with his style, he's bright with his music. Have Mike with him as well. What's happening over there, guys?
All right, so yeah, like he mentioned, Chris Bright is here, musical Nigerian gospel artist. And Oh Daddy, that's a song, yeah? Tommy, talk to me about it. What was the inspiration behind the title, Oh Daddy?
I mean, it's pretty much in the title. Oh Daddy it's a song that describes the fatherhood of God.
Okay.
How loving he is and how much of a giver, a caregiver he is. You know, he's always there whenever you need him, whatever, you know, you could be in a fix, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty much like a dad, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this as a gospel artist?
It's about 10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years. It's really...
would you call yourself a full-time gospel artist? Is this something you do full-time? Is this something you do, you know?
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Okay.
I'd like to think so, but, you know, the ecosystem in Nigeria at the moment, you have to subsidize, but, you know, it's all about the desire, the passion, you know, to follow the dream, follow your dreams and follow. I believe this is my calling, you know, and, you know, it's something I want to do full time.
Wonderful. You know, that's the thing. People talk about whenever the concept of full-time gospel or full-time ministry as well comes up, they start talk about finance and all of that, and how much of I use, some people say, oh, is this person a professional gospel artist, or shouldn't it be ministry? Is this something that one should do professionally? But you've had to, whatever level, you've had to hone your craft, you've had to train, you've had to spend money to do all of that. How do you, as a person, for yourself, how do you draw that balance whenever such kind of talk comes up?
I think, first of all, you have to have like a very solid support system around you. Very solid foundation, solid, surround yourself with people who actually buy the vision, because sometimes it's easy to get derailed, when you go about, chasing, do I chase money? Do I chase, but truthfully, people use the gospel music, sector to, go for money and make money, but it's about your motive. Why are you doing it? But for me, it's purely ministry. So you have to always like draw the line, bring yourself back to that spot, the mindset.
All right. So let's get that performance now.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much.
Global.
Many years you don't take, but you don't they wait for me, wait for me, I've been to do this life on my own, but your love's still there for me, there for me, there for me. I was a sinner when you came my way, you took the guilt and the shame away. So tell me why I no go call you. Oh, daddy, you be the one where I need when I need someone who go love me. You be the one that I call. Oh, daddy, you are the one that I need when I need someone who go love me. You are the one for me, yeah. I get you, daddy, where they pam you. You got my back, you know they bomb you. All these are more way you do for me. My mouth, you know, if you talk. I get you, daddy, where they pam you. You got my back, you know they bomb you. All these are more way you do for me. It's loving me so much to me. I was a sinner when you came my way. You took the guilt and the shame away. But tell me when I go call you. Oh, daddy, now you be the one where I need when I need someone who go love me. You be the one that I call. Oh, daddy, you be the one where I need when I need someone who go love me. You be the one for me, yeah. Oh, daddy, yeah. See how you bless me, oh, daddy, yeah. I saw you love me, oh. Tell me why I no go call you. Tell me why I no go call you. Oh, daddy, you be the one where I need when I need someone who go love me. You be the one that I call. Tell me why I no go love you. Tell me why I no go serve me when I need to teach you to follow me. One for me, yeah. Daddy, my someone who go love me. You be the one that I call. Oh, daddy, you be the one that I need when I need someone who go love me. I love you 'cause you love me.
Okay, good morning and welcome officially here on a Tuesday morning, the 8th of July 2025. And Edgar's been very, very excited. I probably know why, but it's basically been, like how you say when you're shouting, you're not even, it's not this thing. But maybe I don't know if I can get only his shots. Let him say why he's this excited.
First of all,
But it's July, so
July no lies, guys. July no lies. July
exactly.
no lies.
Good.
I am
good.
super excited because I have a beautiful young lady by my side. I'm always excited when I have a beautiful young lady.
You say you have.
Yes, no, I am always excited when I have like ladies.
You say you have.
I don't have now.
You say I have. That's
By
what
my
you said.
side.
By side.
By my side.
You said I have.
If you want me to frown, just change position now. You say I'll frown, I'll just bone.
Why? Why should I come close?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Eniola Foye here. How you doing?
Very well, thank you.
I don't know why I keep correcting you guys. When I say how are you doing, don't say I'm very well. I can see you're well. I know you are well. Just when I say how are you doing, just say look at me.
Oh, just look at me.
I can see now. All right.
It's July.
Okay. I'm trying my best. This is not easy. I'm trying my best. Yeah.
Okay, so Eddie, it's good to have you. Welcome. For maybe or some people that might not know you, let's get to meet you. Who is Eniola Foye? Very interesting name, by the way.
Yeah.
So we start with your name first.
So the full name is Eniola Olowo Foyeku. So it's pretty long.
Oh.
Explain it. So when I came to Lagos, most Lagos names they tell a story, or most Yoruba names. So like your name can be, on the day I was born, a lion was chasing a fowl. Then the fowl now jump onto a tree and look at the lion and said, "This is your egg." Now they now put all that thing. So names are actually stories, yeah?
Yeah.
So is your name is story or something?
So Olowo Foyeku means a rich man that has added chieftaincy title. So it's rich, it has fame, and then credibility from everyone around him.
Wow. I'm sure there's a story behind that song.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, but okay, good. So okay, let me not pronounce it. Just let's leave it at that. Eniola Foye. Right. So yeah, go ahead. So what do you do? Who is Eniola Foye?
So I'd say Eniola Foye is an actor. Let me start from my profession.
Okay.
An actor, an influencer, and a sustainable growth advocate in Lagos, Nigeria. So I am passionate about media. Anything about media empowerment and youth advocacy is something I'm really passionate about, and that has been the bedrock of my, my push so far, so good.
What has been your most exciting experience with working or doing anything media?
So I'd say from Miss Nigeria to, taking up the stage, red carpet.
Oh, you competed Miss Nigeria?
Yeah, in 2016.
You don't have mention now. Yeah, I'm an actor. Just to be actor. What's that? Blow your trumpet. I mean, okay, you say it to Edgar's here. If you're too
don't say it to my ear. The way I would say it out there, you'll be worried. Like, that's not what I said, Edgar. I didn't say that part.
It's July. Okay, so you competed at Miss Nigeria, yeah?
Yeah, but that was in 2016. Then I explored acting.
What state did you represent?
Osun State.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
That's 9 years ago.
Yes.
You look like you're about to go into the competition now.
Yeah, I was 7 at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. Apart from Miss Nigeria, what else? Because it's like there's lots you've not told us.
Yeah, so then I started acting. Films, commercials. I've done a few commercials. Peak, Dano, LG.
Yeah.
I did recently Rice Vest, Carex, and I'm currently Mama Peak. That's for chocolate.
Lovely.
You're a mama inside it.
Yes.
How did they make you a mama inside it? You should be the daughter. Imagine.
No, this is Gen Z. This is the Gen Z mom era now. She's not,
Gen Z.
What?
Yeah.
I'm in my 30s.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
So
now.
you see, it's almost like Leonardo DiCaprio when he was in Titanic. You know how old he was.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not about how old you are. It's about how old you look. How old you represent.
But when I have the wig on, I look
you look
quite older. Yeah.
You look quite older with the wig, eh?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your acting. Just tell me a little about that one. What are the movies that you've done or series? What have you done? Tell me.
Okay, I featured in a few works.
Okay.
I would say a few, right?
Yes.
Because I'm still, But then I featured in so I featured in Casino.
You in Tinsel?
Yes.
What season?
I said that was 2018.
Edgar.
Yes. You know
Edgar.
when
I'm also in Tinsel.
Oh, are you serious?
I'm serious. I was in Tinsel as well. What season were you in?
I think I can't really place it. It's been long.
Wait.
Yes.
Were you? Wait, hold on. I don't believe it's you.
Wait.
I don't believe it's you. Were you? Your scene was were you in the bar?
No, I wasn't in the bar.
Or where were you?
So I was.
What was your scene about?
I was one of, Auntie Fumi's rival with Kunle.
It's a lie.
Yes.
It's a lie. It's
Go
not
watch
you.
it.
Go away. It's not you. It's not you. It's not you. I was in that scene too.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Nice to meet you again.
Wow. Look, it's a very small world, though.
Yes.
Wow. This is huge, guys. This is huge.
Okay, tell us about the scene. This one you are going on about this scene. We don't.
Oh, you need to join the. You need to bring Mike into this thing. Don't worry, just send me your audition tape or something. I'll fix you
You know
somewhere.
what happens with TCL? TCL is so large that look, if you've not been on TCL,
It's like, where have you been?
Edgar, I've done like 18 episodes on TCL.
Wow.
You too? No, you were not there.
Calm down.
You're not even close to be there.
Wait,
July.
Oh, no lies, right?
No lie,
Okay,
July.
I wasn't actually
Because
in
it's the
scene, so I
Lamba
wasn't in
master,
scene, so I auditioned, but I wasn't in scene, so I was meant to be in the scene, but my friend was there. My friend was in the scene,
And I
but
fell for that,
sorry. I need to fix this problem. My friend was in the scene, but I know the scene because I read the lines with the guy, so I already know. I know most of
Oh,
the.
you said July, no lies. You just lied.
Sorry. Let's continue. Continue what I say.
So it's a lie when he says that it's July, no lie.
Sorry. I thought. Let's go.
Wonderful. But then you spoke about sustainable goals and all of that.
Yes.
Tell us about that. What exactly are you doing with that?
So one thing on the table right now is camera confidence. We had our inaugural edition last year, October 14. So we're set to have a 2.0. So this is different. So there's going to be a core training, a media conference and dialogue, and also an award night. So this is like, we move from, training, the boot camp to the conference, and then the award night to celebrate exceptional individuals in the creative industry.
And this is you. This is all your idea. This is all your, wow.
Is it okay if I test your acting for a bit? Like, is it okay if we try something? All right,
Shoot.
cool. We need the camera for this one. What I would do is, all you have to say is, this is Wake Up Nigeria, and I'll tell you the emotions to play with.
Oh, fine.
All right, are you good? Can
I'm
we
ready.
try that?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just gonna give you the emotion, and then you say this is Wake Up Nigeria with different emotions.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right, so happy.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, cool. Sad.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
Surprised.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's your surprise face. Okay. No, let's just go. Ashamed.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
Confused.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
Over dramatic.
This is Wake Up Nigeria.
I think that was over dramatic.
Edgar, they try you.
Okay,
If you need a casting director now, Edgar.
let's see some romance. Romance. The Italian romance.
You're up to something.
No, I'm not up to anything. This is what I'm just doing. Just romance. Let's see.
Okay, this is Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah, good. You know what I'll do?
Thank you.
I'll feature.
Say it, but you said no lies, so it's on live. We'll take it down.
Edgar's ready to show for casting director.
Yeah, it's one of those. I studied theater arts in school, by the way, University of Lagos, and acting for me has always been like my last finger. You know what I'm saying? So it's always there.
Even when it's true,
No, I studied theater arts in school, so
you have to be sure.
when I meet actors, I like to always test them. I'm a thespian, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
what you test.
No,
That's what you
that has
test.
nothing to do with testing. That is the stage. That's the name for stage actors. But it's brilliant that you're doing this. Acting, also first model, and then commercials. Do you enjoy commercials, by the way?
Yeah, I love commercials because it gives you room to explore. There's no pressure. When you're acting, there's we need to meet the deadline. We need to do this.
Yeah.
But with commercials, they take their time. We need to get this shot. Okay, straight to the point. Can you hold the mug? Can you place this there? Smile and all of that. Yeah. So
If your life was were a movie, what would you title it?
The Adventure of Eniola, actually.
The Adventure of Eniola.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. You see, so there's some people that normally this is what's up and about it. We try to talk about one or two trending things. I just want your take on this one. Yeah?
Okay.
So just imagine. Okay, now I don't want to use Edgar because that won't happen. But there's this lady who put up a post somewhere on social media about how she went to a condolence visit and she was the story? She was a chest to lean on and something else wanted to lean into her.
Yeah, I saw
that
yeah,
story,
yeah.
What do you think about that? Was she being overly dramatic? Shouldn't she have been a friend in need or something?
So
A
I
friend
would
indeed.
say, you saw the video too,
Yeah,
right?
of course I did.
From the outfits, she's quite,
Yes.
See?
Yes.
and then the cleavage, everything was just all out. And then she went to, visit and console. But I feel like she was just too hot in that video. Like you went that way and then you went at night and you hugged the guy. Obviously, it's attracted to you. It would want something more. But then I feel like some men should try to keep their emotions.
Yes.
No, at certain time, he needs comfort.
Yeah, but that's like a wrong timing.
Yes, I think it's wrong because she said in the video that I think at the point she was talking to the father, the late man, and she was like, "See your son, 2 days ago, he just died 2 days ago. See your son, But I think I totally agree with you. Men should learn to control. Not just their emotions, but control themselves.
So I'm actually there for self-control, but like you said, there are a number of circumstances that made that scenario a scenario where something.
But there's a backstory she's not telling us. There's a backstory she's not telling us. Because something must have happened between them.
And with all due respect, the guy didn't even make, from what she said, he didn't make any advantage. It was just, sounds like, oh, you touch me now, and then, oh, I raise my hand. You know, it's just like, okay, you touch me, I raise my leg. Like, it's a part of my body. I just nothing.
Put your leg down, my friend. Put your hands down. All right, guys. That is all that we can take at this this segment. There is a lot coming on the show. Please, guys, do not go anywhere. We still have Anila here with us. You know, I don't know about Mike, but we have Anila here with us. We'll be right back after the show break. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And right here with me is Chef Ari. How are you doing, Chef Ari?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You've been doing a lot behind stage, but what are we making this morning?
So we are making Greek coconut fried rice.
Ooh. Are we going to the Mediterranean, or is just a name?
No, it's just a name, something fancy to catch your attention.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. So what are the ingredients we have? You run us through that.
So we have carrots, we have bell peppers,
all right.
We have sweet corn, we have coconut flakes, we have salted butter, we have onions, we have rice, we have coconut milk, we have chicken breast, then we have hot dog and cabbage.
Chicken breast just reminded me of somebody right now, but I'm going to keep quiet and we'll just continue. So what is the first thing we're doing?
So we are going to be pre-boiling the rice before we start stir-frying with the other vegetables.
So is this washed rice, Abby?
Yes, it is washed.
This already.
Yes.
So we're going to be boiling it in oil?
Yes.
Okay, is this just little amount of oil or a lot of oil?
Just little amount of oil.
Okay, so should I pour them inside now?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Let me just be careful in case I spill.
No, you won't.
Okay.
You're fine.
I'm good. So how long is this going to take?
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yes.
We'll just keep doing that?
Yes.
So after this, what do we do next?
And we are going to add our coconut oil in it. Our coconut milk, sorry.
So coconut milk goes into that?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we are going to leave it to boil for about 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes?
Yes, before we start stir frying with our vegetables.
So while that is boiling, we have our pan on the other side and we start frying, or everything goes into it? Is it like a one-pot dish?
No, it does not go into it.
Okay.
You have to finish boiling this in this pot. Then we go into another pan to stir fry.
To stir fry?
Yes.
Okay, so while that is going on, in case you're just joining us, here with me is Chef Ari, and she is making Greek coconut fried rice. Okay, so, I mean, this is the first time I'm actually hearing of Greek coconut fried, and I know a lot of people make coconut rice, but I've never really seen any Greek coconuts fried rice. So what kind of rice is this? Is this basmati rice or is it regular rice?
Yes, it's basmati rice.
Why did you choose to use basmati rice?
Because it's easier to cook and it absorbs all your ingredients better.
And
it always tastes better.
But in case you want to use the other type of rice,
yes,
is that going to be a problem?
You can. No, it's not going to be a problem. You can use that as well.
Okay, so for the people who don't necessarily like sausages, because it's sausages, right?
Yes.
What can they opt? What can they use?
You can decide not to use it, actually.
You can decide not to use it?
Yes. You can go full veggies and exempt the sausages from it.
Can you use things like liver? Can you opt for liver?
Yes, you can opt for liver.
Okay.
It's fried rice. Anything goes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. So while that is going on, should we get our pan or we should just keep stirring this?
You should just keep stirring this.
Okay, keep stirring this until...
Yes.
Okay, this is actually going... It's not going to take a lot of time.
Not at all.
So if, in case I want to probably make this at home, how much is it going to cost to make this dish?
For about 5 persons, it's going to cost you 30 to 40K.
Okay.
Yes, for this particular recipe.
30 to 40,000?
Yes.
Is it the basmati rice that is making it expensive?
It's not the basmati rice.
It's
everything here is
30 to 40,000?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. All right, so let's just keep doing that and we'll probably come back and see more processes. For now, we need to go to the couch. Mike is on standby with the parenting guest. Mike, how are you doing? Mike, you don't want to talk to me. Mike, how are you doing?
Oh, I was so distracted by the food there and all of that. But it's time to move on to another discussion, quite an interesting one, and it's parenting. This morning, we're discussing digital parenting in the age of distraction. And of course, we have digital parenting coach, business mentor, and author Yeti Williams. It is great to have you. You're welcome.
Good morning.
I love the way you coined that particular, you coined the topic, digital parenting in the age of distraction. How is it so that we are in an age of distraction? What do you mean by an age of distraction?
Age of distraction meaning that there's something vying for our attention all the time. So we're constantly doing multiple things. In fact, we're in a chronic stage of partial attention. So I'm talking to you, somebody's picking up their phone quickly, something is pinging, there's always something going on. So literally, it's a struggle now to be in a conversation like this,
to be focused,
make eye contact, and be focused on just what we're talking about and not be distracted by anything.
We are really in that age.
We are
thinking about it, and yes. All right. So, how do you navigate digital parenting in such an age as we are in now?
Yeah. So it's important to recognize that, you know, in the world we live in today, and it has always been like that, children learn from the people around them. Children are conditioned to do what people around them are doing, their parents, the adults, everybody in their life. So if consistently a child is in an environment where they're talking to mom or dad, but dad is constantly like, I'm listening to you. So there's a level of partial attention. And research is showing that more and more the children in environments where they don't get this kind of quality one-on-one time, they have more anxiety. They're more hyper-focused. I mean, they're more hyper. They are less attentive. And they themselves are forming the habits of always being distracted when somebody's talking to them. And long term is having issues with cognitive development as well. Because if you're constantly not able to focus on any one thing, learning in school becomes more difficult. Attention, being able to sit down to in a class is difficult. Finishing tasks without wanting to switch all the time becomes difficult. If a child chronically grows up with that as their format of life, you can imagine what happens when they become teenagers and when they want to do things later on. So that's why it's critical to understand, okay, what's the big deal? Why is distraction bad?
So what do we do? How do we navigate it? How should parents go about it?
Yeah. The first thing is awareness. If you're not aware of why it's an issue, it's less likely for you to do anything that's sustainable. So the first step is to figure out, okay, what is your digital parenting archetype? And this is something I came up with in a book I wrote recently, basically saying, if you don't know your parenting's digital style, what do you even know to modify? So for example, are you the parent that every time your child is bored, you hand them a device? Just to let them not disturb me, take. So you're teaching that child that every time they are bored, they should get a device to distract them. Right? Distraction and digital dependence is a learned behavior. Nobody is born from day one wanting digital. So what a parent needs to do is figure out, okay, where do I fall? Am I somebody who actually, if I think about it, every time I'm talking to my child, I'm also distracted doing something else? Every time my child wants me to talk to them or is bored, I'm immediately giving them a device to keep them busy. Then you want to see that you're starting to create a dependency on screens, and then you can start doing something about it. And there are simple things you can start doing at home. So one example is not screens first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Right, because that wires your brain to need short form content. A lot of screen time is equal to dopamine hits. And dopamine is something you keep seeking.
And this is something not just for children, even adults
Everybody. It's a family situation. It's a family issue. Things like meal times, no devices during meal times. When you're eating, put your devices away.
I'm trying to think about, okay.
Yeah.
Because I am also, while you're saying all of this, also trying to put myself in that thing and all of that. Because, we have become so dependent on screens. I can't remember when last I went to the restroom without.
That's it. So our brain
spend longer than normally you should have at a particular task because of that divided
attention.
attention.
And in fact, from a medical perspective, I'm not a doctor, but they're saying they're finding a lot more issues because people are sitting on toilets for so long.
Oh, fact, that is
So,
1000%.
exactly.
Yes, being in the restroom, staying in the convenience, and spending time on your phone and all of that. Then you stay longer than you would have stayed at. Oh, and a lot of times you find out, oh, I'm done with business quite a while ago, but I've been on this for what, 20 minutes now, and I'm still here.
Add that up, lots of effects. So what parents can do is, number one, like I said, a child shouldn't wake up and first thing in the morning is a device.
Okay.
That's like having junk food first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
right? The second thing is during meal times, try not to use devices.
Okay.
And it's difficult, but once you start, you'll recognize that the quality of your conversations improves. As a family, you are really hearing each other and you are seeing what's going on, even body language. If I'm talking to you but I'm distracted, I'm not knowing when your eye changes. I'm not noticing when maybe you're like, today, because all I'm doing is distracted, and then parents are missing out on a lot of things.
Okay.
So those are two simple steps that families can implement to try and reduce this dependency on screens.
On screen time. And then moving forward, how do you, should I say, optimize learning? Because you are talking about this kind of distraction now at the same, it's hard to focus, like we mentioned, generally, in such an age, which, of course, there's a lot of learning now that is now digital. I mean, you have Kindles rather than the hardcover books that we used to have that time, e-formats and all of that. How do you optimize learning in such an environment as we are, such an age as we are?
So, according to quite a few bodies like the American Pediatric Association and many others, WHO, the advice is that children 24 months and under, so 2 years old and under, should have no screen time. That's the advice.
Okay.
So
2 years and under.
Yeah, unless it's for something like video calling, which means it's engaged. They are talking to somebody. But that passive consumption, the advice is nothing before 2. In fact, recently, France has passed a law that all creches, daycares, toddlers 3 years and younger should not be using devices in schools at all. So suddenly we're seeing that regulation and governments are starting to put rules in place saying, you know what, now we have enough data that shows that excessive screen time is not beneficial. So what can you do in terms of to help your child concentrate in terms of learning? Reduce the screens. If they're 5 years and younger, maybe 1 hour per day, and that should be positive, engaged conversation, not just sitting down passively. They're not really learning, they're not building their brain as much. People think, oh, they are picking up language, but it's not as deep as it could be if somebody is communicating with them, right? And then lastly, is to keep in mind that if somebody is always, because children nowadays are doing work on laptop, we know, but guess what else is going on that laptop? They have multiple tabs open.
Exactly.
Multiple
so there's
tabs.
access to a lot of other things.
Access to a lot of things. So parents have to get savvy. This is where you're implementing parental software, you're implementing things in place while also talking to the child to help them understand. We're talking about it just before we started. Education is important, and putting these controls in place to help you long term. If you're studying biology, but you're also quickly doing a game, you're not learning, you're not retaining.
Yeah, T. Williams, wonderful. This was quite an expose. And like you said, it's not just for all these children. I'm trying to fix myself in and ensure that I don't rely so much on, digital devices and all of that. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. All right. Well, hope you're able to pick up something there for your kids and also for yourself when it comes to digital parenting in such an age. And yes, we really are in an age of distraction. I never thought about it that way, but yeah, I'll get to use that terminology a lot more often. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We'll be back after this time out for the second lap.
All right, welcome back to Wake Up Nigeria. If you're just tuning in, good morning to you, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. You have landed right where the action is. It is Wake Up Nigeria. That's right. Now, maybe your Monday wasn't so good. Maybe you were tired. Maybe, you haven't rested so well. Maybe the sky is still high. It's still raining in your area, but don't worry. I assure you that you're going to have a great time this Tuesday. It's going to be an amazing day. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can tell it. Oh, wow. Now, for the rest of the week, we're going to bring some style. We're going to bring, amazing great game show. We're going to have a great day. I assure you, lots of flavor. Just sit down, relax, and let's have a great time together. Now, we started the show quite early, but this is the second hour, and I assure you that it's fully loaded with lifestyle segments, inspiring guests, music that will lift your mood, and a few surprises here and there. Now, speaking of the first surprise, we have someone special in the kitchen. What's happening, Zazy?
Hi, Queen of Lamba. How you doing?
I'm not the king of Lamba again. What do you mean by that? Why will you say that?
Just let it slide. Just let it slide. Everybody knows you are the Queen of Lamba. I'm the King of Lamba. Sorry, I almost called you Queen. I'm so sorry about that.
What is happening in the kitchen?
Yes, right here with me is Chef Ari, and she's still making her a wonderful and beautiful Greek coconut fried rice. Edgar, I'm not sure you're going to have a first dip into this because you're not in the kitchen right now, and I know you envy me right now.
You see, you cannot hold coconut rice away from me. I am coconut rice.
You are what?
I am coconut rice.
No, wala.
All right,
we'll get
now.
to see more of this later on.
All right, no problem. Let's go to the highlights, some of them. All right, now we have the special Michaela Malaka. She is here with us. She's an amazing, fun-loving artist whose music and lifestyle continues to inspire and encourage all those who come in contact with her brand. Now, both children and adults alike. I cannot wait for that one. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about the style. Let's talk about her albums. All of them, yes. She has quite a lot of them. Let's talk about her albums. Can't wait for that moment to come. All right, we also have another performance. We have someone going to be coming join us on stage very soon. His name is Chidi Collins. We're just having a great conversation at the back some minutes ago. Now, he's a music director, he's a pastor, he's an instructor. Only God knows how he manages to put all these things together. Now, he's going to be playing some amazing tunes very soon. We can't wait for that one as well. All right, now our final guest, she is a Nigerian actor, international storyteller. She is multi-talented. I'm talking about Etta Jo Maria. Now, she is a rising star with standout roles in movies like The Waiting Song, Chatter M, Grind Season 2, honored as one of the best. She is also the iconic woman by WF West Africa. Wow, we cannot wait to listen to this beautiful young lady. All right. You see, there is a lot in store. Do not go anywhere. Just sit back, relax, stretch a bit, take a little coffee, take water if you have to. Sit down. We'll be right back after the short break. Don't go anywhere. I beg you, please. Don't go. Don't go. Please go.
It is still the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen, and right here with me is Chef Ari. How are you doing, Chef Ari?
I'm fine.
So we're still making her special Greek coconut fried rice. So what have you been doing when the rice?
We've been boiling the rice. It's already done. So we need to start stir frying the vegetables so that we can add the rice into it.
Okay, so
yes.
What do we need to stir fry that? Is it the butter?
Yes, we are using the butter.
So why did you opt? This is salted butter,
yes,
right?
Why did you
opt for salted butter?
It's easier for taste. Then you don't need too much seasoning when you're using salted butter.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So a little bit of that goes into the pan.
Yes, just half of this.
Okay. But you know that salted butter these days is very expensive, Chef Ari.
Yes, it is.
So if I want to get this in the market, how much is it going to cost?
Between 5,000 to 7,000.
For salted butter?
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
And that's depending on the brand.
On the brand?
Yes.
5,000, 6,000 to get salted butter.
Definitely.
Well, it's that food.
You eat it and balance.
I swear.
And you don't get to share with anybody because I'm not sharing this with you.
Yeah, and I'm not also sharing with Edgar. So you and I will have a conversation off camera.
That's not a problem.
So while that is preheating, what do we do next?
We need it to preheat properly before we start stir frying. We are going to go with the carrots first.
The carrots first?
Yes.
Then after the carrots?
The bell peppers.
Okay, after the bell peppers, what goes in next?
The sweet corn.
Sweet corn. Okay. Okay. No problem. So while we wait for that to preheat, what about our rice? How is our rice looking like?
Our rice is looking good.
I'm very particular about that rice.
Yeah.
You know I have a new nickname for you.
What's that?
So that you can give me this rice to chop.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I'm toasting right now.
Let me see if it's...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chef Ari, and she'll be known as the Queen of Flavors. Do you like it?
I like it, but I'm still going to consider it.
Chef Ari, they cannot even toast you. Like, now wow.
You have to come correct.
So I'm not coming correct like this?
Not yet, you're almost there.
Almost there. I will try it. I will try again, don't worry. Before the end of this segment today, we are going to eat this food together. So what goes in next?
So we are going with the sausages.
The sausages? Yes. Okay. It's so funny because I know people make a lot of coconut rice, but the fact that you decided to name this Greek coconut fried rice, I say you're not taking us to the Mediterranean. Where did they bring this inspiration from? Let me ask you.
It's from the heavens, the heavenly places. Immediately you ate Greek coconut fried rice, what came to your mind?
I thought you were taking us to the Mediterranean.
Exactly, you'll be eager to see what is going on, right?
Yes.
So that's the essence of the name.
So, okay, no problem. So far, we don't stay in the heavens. Too long today. So we like that fried bit.
Yes.
Then after we will go for the carrots, right?
Yes, definitely.
Is this going to have that crispy, crunchy, like that
That's
crunchy?
Why we have this coconut flakes.
Okay.
To add to it.
So it's going to make it crunchy.
The crunchiness.
Okay.
Already added it to the rice as well.
Okay.
So the crunchiness is going to balance from the prevoid and the.
So it's not going to be too soft.
No.
Because some of us actually like our veggies really crunchy.
Definitely.
Because I don't like when it's too soft and you're just eating and you're like, please. I cannot even taste the crunchiness, the carrot and everything. So
but at least your carrot needs to cook too.
It needs to cook.
That's the best way you get the nutrients out of it.
Okay, it needs to, oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. So while that is going on, so after frying all of these veggies, what do we do next? Do we have to pan-sear? Is that the last thing we're going to be doing?
Yes, that's the last thing we're going to do. We just add it into this.
Okay.
After frying the vegetables.
Okay.
So we are going in with our carrots now.
Okay. So that how long does it take to pan-sear the chicken?
Say 8 to 10 minutes.
To pan-sear?
Yes.
All in all, if I want to make this at home, like for how many minutes or how many hours am I looking like? Because it doesn't look like it's going to take a lot of time.
Your prepping is the only thing that will take time.
It will take time, but to cook is not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Okay, fantastic.
It takes you 45 minutes to 1 hour.
How much did you say that budget was to make this thing?
30 to 40,000 naira.
If I'm using 30 to 40,000 naira to make this thing, Lord knows that you have to beg me, just like she's trying to tell me to beg her right now. Stefani, consider me now. This thing, I can smell this thing already.
You're going to add a bit of onions for flavor.
For flavor?
Yes.
So for people like me who don't like a lot of onions, because there's one thing I don't like to see my onions in my meal. Okay. What can I do? Can I grate them instead of dicing and seeing them this visible in the meal?
You can fine dice it or grate them. Or you can just keep it.
Okay.
Yes. If it's going to be a challenge, you can just keep it.
It doesn't necessarily matter?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, fantastic. So the thyme goes into that now?
Yes.
Did you, I've noticed that there's no curry here, or is it?
No.
There's no need for curry?
No,
because you know how...
for the recipe.
Oh, okay.
So if you're making Nigerian fried rice, you can add curry into the recipe. But so our rice is done now. So I'm just going to turn off the heat.
Okay.
Then you're adding chili flakes.
Chili flakes into that?
Yeah.
Okay.
For it, Nigerian now.
But I was about to say, I'm a Yoruba girl, we like pepper. So you better put a lot of that pepper into it.
We are going with our spice.
Okay. So this is going to fry for another 4 minutes, thereabouts, or less than that?
Less than.
Okay. So in case you're just joining us, right here with me in the kitchen is Chef Ari, and she's making her special Greek coconut fried rice. And she said it's not the Mediterranean. She wants to take us to the heavens this time around. Hopefully we don't stay there for too long. So after doing all of this, we're going to pour both together and let it cook. Yes. Let it cook. Then we pan-sear our chicken. And food is ready, right?
Definitely.
Are you going to give me to eat now? Or do you want me to kneel down?
You have to kneel.
I'm a power pass power. I'll pass power for this life. Oh. I'm beautiful, right? You're also beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So, I'm also looking at the burst of colors. I love what I'm seeing right here.
You know, your eyes eat before your mouth does.
Absolutely.
So you need to feed your eyes with something good before it goes into your belly.
No problem. All right, so while all of this comes together, it is time to go on a quick recess. We'll be right back. This is the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. More to come.
right, I know you guys are wondering, Edgar, what happened? You've changed. Yes, Michaela is getting ready to perform. Do not go anywhere. She will have the performance very soon. But now it is time for relationship discussion. Now, joining us on relationship and bringing fresh insights and perspective to today's world and today's topic is someone who has been on the show before, someone that I really I see as an inspiration when it comes to getting it right, because this person has all the experience. We have Isaac. How you doing?
Well, how you doing?
Not bad at all. Not bad. We have an interesting topic today, and Isaac, we started something last week, and now today we're talking about unity in relationships. What are we talking? Tell me.
I mean, to know that it's okay to have a cross-culture, love pattern with people. Also understand that Lagos is the melting point for diversity, and it's okay to, love somebody else that is not in your clan, just so that we promote unity. It comes at a time where unity is needed in peace promotion, especially in the country and Africa as a large.
All right, so there are different. There are different areas that we can take this from. Let's talk about culture. Let's talk about culture now. Have you ever experienced, maybe in your past relationship or in your present one, where there is a cultural difference with whoever you are with, and that has affected the relationship one way or the other?
We spoke about this, that things that my father will hear. I'm not going to say it on TV. But yes, I think I have. I'm not sure it did migrate into an entire relationship, but I've been in a place where I love to date other people that from other cultures, but I think just entering into the dating scene many years ago, I was a bit, pushy about it. But of course, now I'm more open to it.
How do you control a relationship where your partner is not in your class? There are certain people that would say, if my partner is, I would like to date someone in my circle or in my class level. How do you control a relationship where your partner is not in your class and it's obvious to your face that this person is showing you, oh, we're not from the same background. I'm way richer. You don't have enough money. How do you control that in a kind of relationship? How do you bring unity in that kind of relationship?
Well, you're talking about social class. Yeah. And so I think social class sometimes is a thing that does metamorphose. So for me, the mind, I'm sapiosexual, so the mind is very important to me. And there's a difference in between when somebody is broke and when somebody doesn't have money, right? If you're broke, it means that...
So there's a difference between being broke and not having money.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it's broke is just seasonal, and you can move away from that saying. You can, if you know how to make money, you will eventually get money. There might be a timing problem. You might need to solve cash flow issue, but again, I'm very curious about the mind, how the person thinks and how the person is willing to become better, because we live in a world where everybody gives 100% right now. So where is your mind at? What are you trying to do at this particular time? I'm concerned about, so social class would be that maybe dating somebody in a year one, there might be a mismatch there at the moment, but who knows? Life is very transcendent. You might also get to a Kanobi Kubana status tomorrow, and you just want an Achalugo, and that's okay.
Absolutely, no one knows. No one knows
what you want.
Yeah, no one knows what happens tomorrow. So we live in an era where families are always interested in the person you get married to. I know a couple of times I would speak with my uncle, and he would say, "Oh, if you're going to get married, do not marry anybody from so states. Do not marry this kind of person," because there is this level of stigma, that has been put on certain characters to say, Igbo people are this, Yoruba people are this. I don't know if you heard about the trending stories about the one where they said a pastor said Yoruba people are full of fear. So the question I want to ask here is, how do you correct that mindset to see that we are all the same, we're all one, in a culture where people believe that peculiar features are more potent in certain cultures than the other?
I think the problem is real deep-rooted. And like I said, not even from a relationship standpoint, from just understanding and loving culture. Like you said, these issues happen with your parents, your uncle. Oh, I had an experience when I was younger. Do not do this and do that. I think that we need to embrace culture from even the workplace. I think we need to embrace culture from business angles, and and know, right? And the truth is that what is your culture standpoint from your locality is different from another person's own, but you need to give room, right? For example, the justice system of some cultures are different from the justice system, but they get justice. You know, for some people, justice is attached to shame. For some people, is money. In America, if you do, you have to pay fine. You know, some people in German, I think it's more shame. You know, but you need to understand what's been served. Justice is served, and we need to embrace that so that it would then grow into relationships. So I heard things about, Igbo people, they are not this, but they are one of the most enterprising and amazing people. So you need to balance that. Hausa people are more, but trust me, they are learned people. Yoruba people have fear. Maybe there's a gold mine in that also. They are also very, enterprising, or like to read, or like to do, you find the gold in the rough there, right? But it's not starting from relationship, or you need to solve that mindset. And it's only in Nigeria that you find people attach themselves more to their tribe than the country. If you meet a person from US now, who will tell you, I'm a US citizen, before he goes to, I'm from Ohio. But if I meet you in US now, I say, I'm an Edomano, that's okay, but you're first Nigerian. And that's the problem in politics right now. That's the problem in, there are a lot of things that we're not, and trust me, the problem is that there's a lot of ethnic groups. In Jos alone, there are 50 different ethnic groups.
Wow.
In Adama, there's 100 and something different ethnic groups.
Wow.
Speaking different languages. So we need to learn how to use it to our advantage and embrace it so that it can function in love.
That is indeed a very interesting point. I mean, first of all, I want to thank you again for coming on the show this week. I cannot wait. I'm learning something new every single time. No, I am.
Edgar.
Should I tell you what I just learned?
What you just learned?
I learned that, you need to, first of all, communicate with your partners and have great conversation about certain things that you also believe, different cultures as well. Instead of just imposing your culture on certain people. That is brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on the show again. I am always super excited to have you on the show with me. All right, but guys, do not go anywhere. The show continues. You can see I'm ready to dance. I'm ready to, shake and have a great time. I hope you're having a great time as well. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after the short break. Okay?
Eta. You're welcome. You're going to introduce yourself. Because I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not like I need more than I just stab it a little. Or just a small gunshot. Eta Jult Maria.
Yes,
right?
Eta Jult Maria.
It's great to have you. Actress, Nigerian actor, international storyteller, and multi-potentialite. She's a rising star with standout roles in the waiting song, Chetam, and The Grand Season 2. Great to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, that's quite a lot. I know about Grind. I know about Chetam.
Yeah.
And you were on these productions, yeah?
Yes.
Wonderful. But before that, let's get to meet you as a person. How was it growing up for you? How did you get into the world of acting?
So, that's quite an interesting story. I'm an Ikom girl. Akbarabon girl from Ikom local government in Cross River State.
Okay.
And the usual, I would say it's a little cliche, but not so cliche as well. Starting from drama in church, doing a little roles here and there in church, but just doing it for fun and to the glory of God, right?
Okay.
But then while I went to college in Ghana, I was actually going to do law. That's quite interesting. I was going to study law and
theater art.
No, but the funny thing, I didn't even study theater arts.
Okay.
I'm a full communications, first class communications graduate, actually.
Okay, so theater arts, mass communication, why is it that? They're always ones that when people aim for something,
they don't branch.
It's I'll fall down to this one,
it's quite interesting. It's actually bittersweet. So I moved to Ghana for school, for college, and while I was there, I just randomly, it's literally the most chance situation, got into a short film with a few, classmates, colleagues in school. And from there, I just realized that, I'm actually good at this.
Okay.
It's not just I'm doing it because it's my passion. It's like a thing of, I'm good at this. I was such a natural. It just came easily to me.
To you.
And, from there, that was in 2017, early 2017.
Okay.
From there, I started trying to learn because I'm such a bookworm.
Okay.
I believe that if anything is worth doing, it is worth doing well.
Doing well. Okay.
You know, so I wanted to just find a way and have like a little back-end knowledge while I was still in school, pursuing my degree in communication. So I took some acting classes, some master classes in Ghana on acting. And the next year, which was in 2018, there's this American-based Ghanaian director called Leila Jansi. She came to Ghana to cast for her project titled 40 and Single. Okay. And I went for the audition, and I was shortlisted as the actual lead. You know, but I was, you know, my body failed me. I looked too smallish for the role, but it felt so good that I was even shortlisted because it definitely confirmed that, you know, there was something there, and that project is actually on Netflix now. Okay. But I still got a role. I still got like, you know, a sub role, and yeah. Okay. So that's literally where my first. I don't want to say proper because every form of art, every form of filmmaking is proper in its own way. But my first major, I'll call it major, you know, project started. And then after that, I did Sugar, Sauce and Spice. It's like a coming of age movie about, you know, young teenagers, and it admonishes other teenagers to, you know, not smoke shisha, not follow bad friends. You know, this very social impact storytelling. And it's interestingly, that project ignited something in me. After the project, we went on this huge tour to different schools, you know, to say hi to the teenagers and, like, you know, as the cast of the project. And wherever we went to, they were all flood on us for autographs. It gave me like 2 seconds of stardom. So good. Okay. You know, but then after that, the questions they would ask emanating from the lessons they learned in the film, you know, really opened my eyes to realize that, okay, film is not just for entertainment, and it's not just a saying when they say it's also a form of communication, a form of information. Apart from that, more importantly, it's a source of learning without telling. Do you get what I mean? It's like show, don't tell. That's what we know as actors. So even for the audience, it's a very, you know, it's a process of just enabling them learn life lessons without necessarily pushing it in their faces. And that's where my social impact storytelling, you know, emanated from. I decided that every opportunity I would get, I would use it as a form of, you know, storytelling in a way that teaches. So when I'm making my own project, by God's grace, I would always try to make a social impact film. And that dream came to life when I moved back to Nigeria in 2021. You know, I did a short film from film school. I went to film school, did a short film on rape, which is like, you know, gender-based violence. And after that, I traveled to East Africa to shoot another film. Yeah, and then when I got back, I made my own short film titled Strength of a Woman, which also like focuses on sexual harassment, just, you know, admonishing people to, you know, on the effect of sexual harassment and how survivors can, you know, pick themselves up and be more confident in themselves. And, you know, it's just been uphill from there. And then I've gone on to do genres like, you know, all the drama, comedy. I'm currently on My Flatmates as Phoebe. Okay. Which is like a comedy, so it's always, I smile whenever I talk about it because it's so, you know, it's more I don't want to say mellow, but like that's the, you know, and, you know, Grind, Chetam, Aslodia.
That's quite a rap sheet you have there. Yeah. In a good way, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, is this, getting into this, yes, you started as a communicator, studying mass communication and all that, but now that you're into this, have you found your place? Is this it for you?
It is it. This is my job. This is my career, right? Interestingly, I met someone a few days ago. We went to film school together, and she was telling me, "Oh wow, are you still in the industry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And then she is literally in tech now. Okay. You know, and it was quite funny because when you meet people in film school, you think that everybody already has it figured out. This is what they want to do.
What they want to do.
You know, but life, you know, just transcends into different forms.
It does. It does. Film as it is not as financially viable as we might want it.
Exactly.
And you know, when things come, when bills come in,
exactly.
You know, if the roles are not coming in that much, how do you fend for yourself?
Exactly.
So a lot of things come into play and all of that.
I agree. And apart from the financial aspect, I think for this person most especially, it was just a thing of she realized that this was not what she wanted to do.
Wanted to do, yeah, exactly.
You know, and sometimes it's just like that. It's like it's not just money. It's not just the only determinant of people changing their career paths. Sometimes you just keep going and you realize that, okay, while finding yourself, you realize that there are other things that you're probably better at or you probably love more, and that's okay. But it's just been very, it's been a constant for me.
For you.
It's like from when, even I loved communication while I was doing it, even though that wasn't my first choice, but I loved it. And I sort of like still intend, even though they're sort of like different worlds, but the same at the same time, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, like film in itself literally thrives on communication.
Very true.
You know, as an art form. So, and communication in itself, storytelling, communication has forms of storytelling, which film can also play part in. You know, I'm trying to see how I can merge those worlds, you know, to obviously also expand myself as a person. But intrinsically, this is what I am. I am an actor. I am a storyteller, and thankfully, even though I'm not making billions yet, but it's going to come, but I have been able to get a sort of fulfillment from doing this. You know, I'm definitely not where I was the last time, like last year, for example. I have, you know, StarTimes season 2 got premiered and on Showmax, and even Grind came on Amazon Prime. As at last year, I did not have these 2 projects. I mean, I had StarTimes season 1, but I didn't have StarTimes season 2. And I didn't have Grind. And my character has really grown on my flatmates. You know, so these are encouraging factors that shows me that, okay, for a fact, this is what I'm meant to do. This is where, you know, I'm meant to be. I mean, life in itself is a process, right?
Very true.
So as you continuously go, you continuously
true.
grow through life, things just happen differently. And most important, what is most important is you're not where you were previously and you're moving forward.
How do you, for most of these roles, I know that a lot of people get roles via recommendation and all of that, and that's very valid. Was there any of these roles that you auditioned for? Or was it from
literally
from one production, someone sees you there and likes what you do and recommends you for this role and all of that?
Interestingly, the only project that I have gotten, or the only role I have gotten just via recommendation is my flatmates. I'm breathing because the person who did that just passed 2 weeks ago. That's Mr. Kayode Peters, God bless his soul.
Bless his soul.
He was one of the creators of my flatmates. That man was like he was very instrumental to I would say he's been very instrumental to my growth as an actor and my career, because but even before he got to recommend me, I still earned it, because I remember
recommendation. That's why it's recommendation.
Exactly.
It's based off what someone else has seen.
Exactly.
You know, it's almost simply like a business. If I recommend your business, that means I like what you did the last time. So it is in no way implying that you got it easy.
No. I understand. I was even coming to still answer your question about like the audition, because I was trying to say that even though I was recommended to get on My Flatmates, which is like one of my biggest projects now, I still had to audition a few years back for Mr. Kayode Peters, you know, for other projects. Like I had to audition for something else that he was doing, and then I didn't even get that role, but he did now cast me for another project titled Kingsmen that he directed. That was just a film. And when I did that, he said, "No, my God, this girl, you're phenomenal, you're great. I would definitely make sure that whatever I'm doing, if you have a role in it, I'll definitely call you." And then a few months later, like early last year, he just sent me a message and said, "I have sent your name to, you know, my people on My Flatmates. You get a call." I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much, sir." And lo and behold, I got the call for My Flatmates. I went ahead, and it was an interview in that case with the series producer, Mr. Solomon Adekunle. And after that, you know, they already had created a character, and they saw me in that role, and that was how I started My Flatmates. But for StarTimes, for Grind, I auditioned. I went through different levels of auditions, and different stages for StarTimes. It was interesting because it was from the sending a tape, and then you go for the physical audition, and then you send a tape again, and then you go for screen test, which is also an audition. It was like a long process, but it was worth the while because that character really changed a lot of things for me. And when I watch her, even myself who played it, I'm like, I don't believe that is me, right? And then for Grind, you know, we did audition. At some point, it felt like it wasn't going to happen, but then when it did, we were taken through. I don't know. You say you're conversant with Grind, right?
So, what's her name now? There's I don't know. One of the producers. What's the name?
That's Roberta.
Roberta Orioma.
Orioma, yes. Yeah.
I've interviewed her just before it started.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I see.
I've not had access to watch it, but I know I spoke with Roberta when she had just started. So the name does stay. The name stayed.
Yeah, that's
with
true.
me.
I mean, Grind is a story. Briefly, it's a story about a girl who was you know, trying to, like, from a struggling young woman, you know, trying to literally find a place in the world, and then the story just expands into different worlds and different things that she had to do, not because she really wanted to, you know, but so because of that, that world was opened, you know, to the lives of strippers, because she went to work in a strip club, and in the second season, my character was one of the strippers.
Oh.
Yeah, interestingly, her name is Barbie. So we literally went through months of training. Literally pole dancing. We took pole dancing classes. Yeah, I always.
It's breakfast show, so she can't show her skills on that level.
No, I cannot. But trust me, I think I do. If I wanted to start that as a career, I would do really well.
That's enough for a number of you to want to watch Grant.
Yes, it's quite interesting.
You are an excellent communicator.
Thank
I love listening to you. That's why first class, by the way. Interesting. That's why.
I think this is the first time I'm saying this on air, so let me own it. Yes.
You have to own it. It's not everybody that can come with first class that way. You know, we first class people.
We do try, right?
Anyways, okay, but I wish we could continue talking to you, but we do have breakfast for you if you don't mind.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
I love food. That's
do?
another interesting fact. Yeah, I don't look like it, but I love to eat good food.
You love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have something in the kitchen. My guy is there in the kitchen. Let's.
Yeah, no.
You practically left us here.
Edgar, she also is an expert in pole dancing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
She took 3 months training.
Okay.
For a film, actually, yeah, for Grind.
All right, for a film.
Yes.
That's Chef Ari. That's my guy.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Zainab.
Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen.
Thank you.
And this is Chef Ari, and she has made Greek coconut fried rice for you this morning. I can't wait for you to dig in. Please,
Thank you so much,
It's
Chef
all yours.
Ari.
You're smiling too much.
I'm so excited, guys.
Why you
Thank
doing that? You're too excited.
Thank you.
You're too excited.
Nice.
They say nice.
I can't afford you so much, but can I hire you?
Yes,
you can.
Oh,
as long as you
wait to me.
as long as him.
How you cook the food?
Sorry.
So this is July, so let me do it for him. This is Chef E. Now the E stands for excellence.
Okay.
Anything he does
It's excellent.
turns to gold.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
Can you lay your hands on my bank account?
Touch me.
Transfer.
Are we still talking about the same thing here?
Anytime it's a wonderful time with you, Chef
Thank
Ari.
you.
Wonderful. The aroma is just taking me out.
Amazing.
This is good.
Mike, I don't think tell me well.
Oh, my guy. Well done, my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy. So, guys, yeah? It's been a great show.
All right, it's been a
Thank
good
you
show.
so much.
Yes,
I really enjoyed this.
Thank you so much.
You should have a takeaways where people can take it home.
All right.
So sponsor. Thank you.
All right, guys, the show continues tomorrow. Make sure you keep watching. Do not go anywhere. Okay, you can go now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.